Good evening, Aries. Welcome to Pure Tarot. Tonight I'm doing a spread I've never done. I don't even know if it exists. I'm deciding to do a heart-shaped spread, and I'm calling the reading Heart of Heart. And I guess it's to celebrate Leo season. Call it Leo season, but you know what I mean. And also, obviously, the passage through the portal of Lion's Gate and the beautiful new moon that we just had on Sunday, the 8th of August, 2021. So it takes a little long to set up, so let me just get going. I'm not letting the cards drop. I'm going to basically pull them. And so give me a minute because, like I said, it's not an obvious setup here. So that was the Romance Angels for those who don't know these cards. I'm using my Aquarian Tarot deck. Oh, let me explain. So the first card is the inner tip, and then I'm drawing 7 cards to do the sides, and there's going to be one different card with a different deck at the bottom, the point at the bottom, and the 2 sides will be one side will be you, and the other side will be someone you might have on your mind, or the person that you are involved with, or partnered with, or married with, however it plays out in your life. So bear with me. I'll show you the cards after, obviously. I just want to make it nice. You know, why not make it pretty? Beautiful to the eyes. Okay, and then the last card, the tip, I'm using the Good Tarot. I said I wouldn't use fallouts, but hey. Oh, there's 2. Oh, okay, really? Well, then let's go with that. Okay, let me see. I want to show you the shape. Hold on. Okay. All right. I hope that's pretty enough. Okay, let me show you. I don't know if you can see. It's hard to see. Anyway. There. Okay. Let's get into the reading. So the first card is Romantic Feelings, and it says your feelings are real and worth exploring. So that's I guess that's the heart of heart, right? Somehow, but I mean the whole heart here is the heart of heart. So okay, I'm gonna use the left side as you because the heart is on the left side of our bodies, and then on the right hand side it's your partner or your, you know, your romantic interest. And here at the tip, I wanted to show you the cards that came out for the Good Tarot. I wanted 1, but you got 2. So the Ace of Air, so the Ace of Swords, and 5 of Fire. So let's not start with the tip. Let's start with the, I guess I call it Let me think about this. I'm tempted to say crown. I don't know why. I mean, it's not crowning because it's not up there, but for some reason it's the choice position. So it's the crown position. Whatever. Okay. So definitely there's love here. But there's, if it's wording that it's worth exploring, it might be that you're doubting, obviously your feelings are real. You might be doubting that they are real, or that it might be reciprocal. And I like the idea of exploring, right? So there's definitely something that attracts you from, that person. Or, okay, so there's definitely something that attracts you out of that person that's different, right? That is not your familiar type. And I'm saying this, I know there's a card in that deck that specifically says that, but it's still what it's hinting to. So, there's a lot of nature on this card, so, there's definitely the idea of exploration, which I want to come back to as I go through more of the cards, right? I'm curious to know. I see no Chariot here, so let's look at you first, okay? So the sequence, I didn't attribute any sort of meaning to the particular positions. For me, it's like a little, I guess it's an exploration, okay? I'm gonna read it sort of as a sequence. I was even tempted to attach, months, different months, like obviously August, September, etc., October, all the way to March or something. But I don't want that to be set in stone. It's more like think about it, keep it in the back of your mind. It might resonate, it might not. So let's start. You have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, followed by the Nine of Pentacles. You have the Hierophant in reverse, Six of Pentacles in reverse, Star in reverse, Sun in reverse, and Death, before we get to the tip, okay? Obviously, you have five cards in reverse on 7. The 2 that are upright are the Nine of Pentacles and Death. So, I totally read the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, alongside the Nine of Pentacles and the Hierophant, both in reverse, as definitely you are not, or you were particularly closed off, and I mean particularly closed off, so that means very closed off to any kind of, especially with the Hierophant, right, the marriage card, one of the marriage cards in reverse. So you're wanting to be single, and you're not wanting to carry anything out. You're not walking steadily towards any person, any kind of commitment, any kind of relationship. I think it's really it's a little disheartening. I didn't need to, that word just came out, but it's perfect to describe how this feels. And for some reason, you get the Six of Pentacles. First of all, there's already like 3 pentacles here. So obviously you've been focused on money. There's literally your love in life was or is money. Okay, so this, I gave you months before, but you could read it as it was like that, or it's still like that, or it will be like that. Apply it as you wish, it's going to resonate differently for a lot of people. But here, the Six of Pentacles in reverse, obviously, I'm thinking that you've had experiences where there wasn't any equal give and take, and you are absolutely adamant about not repeating that particular situation. That is very clear to me. And so you're not putting any effort. And actually, even with the Hierophant in reverse, I'm tempted to say that you've actually pushed back against that kind of traditional mindset of, you know, yes, I have to be coupled, and yes, I have to do, you know, I'm supposed to share my life and everything. You're just, your mind and your way of thinking and your values at this moment, or the way they were before, you were absolutely shut off, okay, closed, very, very closed. And then here we move into three major arcanas, which is very interesting. You have both the Sun and the Star in reverse, so followed by the Death. So these two energies working together are so powerful. They're so cosmic. It's really, really beautiful. And they're reversed, so obviously I guess the reality of that, or the potential of that, or, you know, if that would have been expressed, you know, if you could only imagine a man and a woman, and if you don't want to attribute gender, you know, two people with two beautiful energies that could have come together, okay? And that's the key word, they could have come, because the cards are in reverse. So it is, those energies are not expressed, okay? So they're not present in your life, but because they're on the table, there is a potentiality there, right? They are, maybe they're in your vortex, maybe they are simply in your dreams, maybe they are in your future, which amounts to the same thing, kind of. Depends on your philosophy of life or your outlook, right? Or your values, but to each their own. I'm not here to push anything on anyone. I'm just saying that for me, it's really clear that you were one way, set on one way before, which was all about your money, totally adverse to even being with anyone, meeting anyone, thinking about meeting anyone. And then suddenly there's like some kind of mix here of, you know, I don't know, it's sort of it's like a glimpse of something. That's what it feels like. It feels like a glimpse. It's like you caught a glimpse of something, and it brings you to death, which is obviously not your real death, but transformation, which I'm tempted to say, I think is that glimpse is what produced or propelled, or no, sparked this transformation. So I want to go back to the heart of the heart, because the romantic feelings are buried, you know, in your heart of heart. Here, being at the tip, at the crown. Now that I've baptized it, the crown. And so they're very present. They're just very deep. They're very, like, I guess, deep rooted, and they might not be, you know, they're not very obvious, maybe even to you. But then here you're, you know, you're starting to break that down, or maybe you're digging. If this is buried, you know, you're digging, like you're digging a grave, but you're wanting to access these feelings, I want to say. But it feels like digging. So which means you could also be uncovering a lot of earth, and, you know, moving a lot of obsolete things or thoughts or feelings out of the way to get to this beautiful core. And then the tip here, so Ace of Air and Five of Fire. The Ace of Air is very beautiful, following the death card, because it's like a final cut. So whatever you've been, digging or working at, clearing out and whatever, there's this final cut that happens that is very, very abrupt and clean is how it comes off. It's clean. It's really beautiful. If you've ever heard people do iaido, or all of the swordsmanship, like from Japan, with the katanas, when you cut the sword, it really makes that sound, and that's what it feels like on this card. So it's it's a beautiful purifying energy. And then here you have this extra card, the Five of Fire, and I keep saying that with this deck, the imagery, even if it's a 5 and it's usually a bit more conflictual, the energy on this card is usually, very uncomfortable, some kind of tug of war, a lot of uneasiness, and a lot of there are definitely misunderstandings. There's some form of there are some head games to a certain extent, but there are some butterflies and some fiery flowers, and the little lady here is wearing a dress, and her I guess her sleeves, or on the top of the shoulder, or it might be in her back, but it looks like her sleeves. They're butterfly wings, right? But I'm tempted to say it's like in fashion, where when you have a very complex costume, okay? So and she has also, I'm hoping you see, let me put this card down. She has this, I don't know if you're gonna see it. She has this sort of butterfly mask, okay? She has like, anyway, sorry if it's not clear, but what I'm getting to is the idea of theater and, play. Not playfulness, right? Although there could be some form of there is a bit of joy in this card, but there's definitely the idea of play. Costumes, masquerade, theater. If you want to go as far as the analogy of the masks, so, I'm wondering if you're cutting out this persona. I guess that's how it comes off. You're cutting off the persona, and that's what takes you. This is what actually opens you to your heart of heart. And you finally, you crack the code, and then you find this treasure chest of feelings inside of you that is just unbelievably amazing and unperishable, right? That you cannot exhaust ever, because it's source and it's always going to be ever flowing for you. That is amazing. I'm so glad. Okay, let's look at the partner. Oh my gosh, this is going to be a long reading. Okay, Ten of Pentacles. I'm gonna go faster. Temperance in reverse. Five of Cups. King of Pentacles. Nine of Cups. Queen of Rods in reverse. And Nine of Rods in reverse. Okay, right away I have to show you something, because here there's a lot of people. There's four personages, protagonists, right? Four characters, whatever you want to call them. But what I'm noticing is that I'm gonna go, there's two of the same suit, okay? The Queen and the Knight, and they're placed at the same height, at the same position as were, oh no, not exactly, but it's close. Anyway, I'm seeing, oh, it would have been well, it doesn't matter if it's not perfect. I'm just seeing that here, you know, I had this hint about, you know, this kind of two people coming together. And for some reason, I want to say there's kind of a synergy here with the Queen and the Knight. But I mean, if I'm going to take the exact positions as a mirror image, then I would associate the Knight of Cups with the Queen of Rods. But it doesn't feel right. What feels right is the fact that the two cards are man and woman, or at least same suit. I don't know, it gives me some kind of parallel with the Sun and the Star in reverse for some reason. Take that or leave that, whatever. If it doesn't make sense to you, it's fine. I just, for some reason, it just jumped at me. All right, let's take a look at what's happening for them in sequence. Well, they're very different from you in terms of, you know, they've had a solid family life, you know, maybe even a long standing commitment before. Temperance in reverse tells me that, you know, there's, how do you say, maybe things aren't flowing anymore. And there's a lot of disappointment and regret in this situation, definitely. And it's unbalanced and stuck. And then here, the King of Pentacles, followed by the Knight of Cups. It's really strange. It feels like an offer. I mean, it feels like someone comes in. This, because of the sequence, it would actually show as the King first and then the Knight. Feels like an offer from someone exterior, like a business person, but it's also, it could also be a truce, I guess is the word. Sort of a truce. It could be a truce with the partner that they're, you know, that either you, or if it was something in their past, in this person's past, you know, that caused regret. A bit like you know, if you were on the fence, well, or not just on the fence, but you were behind the fence with, I don't want anything, and it was your past attitude. Let's say I want to read this as your person's past attitude or their real past life events. This commitment has ended, caused disappointment, but maybe there's a truce with that person in their life. You know, maybe they're on good terms with them, you know, on speaking terms, even, I guess, some form of friendship of some kind. That's how it comes off. And then I keep coming back. I mean, then we arrive at the Queen of Rods and the Knight of Rods in reverse. And all these four, the King, the Knight of Cups, all of these people. What are these people? Again, I keep coming back to the parallel with you. It's like they're in the same attitude of, they're in the same energy of, okay, it comes off like that. It comes off as wanting to be coupled, but not wanting to at all. That's really strange. And then if they arrive at the tip, at the same, they basically, you and them have the same conclusion. In their case, what they're letting go and what is being cut off from them. Maybe, like I said, the idea that the Five of Fire was initially, I guess some conflict and some, tug of war, like I said, and, something that is arduous and really like, sandpaper, like that. And so I guess I come back to the idea that there's a truce, or there was a truce, and that this is what's being cut, whatever bad blood between these people, that is being cut by the truce. And it's funny, truth and truce. So yeah, that's what it feels like for them. It's interesting. It's interesting that both of you and the person you are thinking about, in this case, I mean, obviously it looks like a mirror image because I have the same number of cards on each side here, but I'm also feeling a mirror experience, I mean, not in terms of what happened initially, right? You were just in an energy of maybe having unbalanced relationships or unequal. Here is unbalanced, so some kind of resonant, like resemblance there. And then this energy here, you're more like wanting to focus on money and being single and, being unconventional about, what, most people have a partner, right? Most people. I'm not saying it's what it should be. I'm saying, I guess, a greater majority. Or it might be expected from your family or whatever values you come from, right? Or culture you come from. So that might also play for you. And then on the other side, it's more the family life, right? But it's still Pentacles. So it's a lot, both of you have had very solid investments in different sectors. One more in their family, you more in your career. Both were disappointed, situations unbalanced, disappointments. And then here, for you, the way the cards are placed, it's like, you do have star, sun, death, but you could say, I don't know, I said to you, for some reason you catch a glimpse of something and it transforms you, or if I'm going to play around with the cards, you start transforming. No. No. You really get a glimpse first. Look. You get a glimpse with the sun here. The red sun. No, you were clueless before. No, I'm wrong. Sorry. So you catch a glimpse of something and then you transform and then you cut off the persona to attain your core. Your core of pure love. Versus this person striking a truce with their past partner, maybe. I don't feel it's you. And eventually, maybe having an inkling of, or some kind of imprint of, they've known what being in a solid relationship was, so they have this imprint on them that they would like that to happen again. and maybe to arrive at, or maybe to get there, or at least change that for them in terms of how much they want it versus how much they're hurt and they don't want it anymore. I don't know if I'm making sense. Hold on, let me they would, I guess for them, they would really need to cut this person out of their life. This truce, it might be that they're still on good terms, but there would maybe be more of a definite separation. There's something lingering, is what I want to say. But it's not going to linger anymore because the Ace of Air is going to cut it out. And then maybe this imprint will bear fruit. But right now, the cards being in reverse, it's the same as here. It's only a maybe. It's very maybe. Or it's not maybe, it's not the right word. Anyway, I think you understand what I'm getting at. It's either like a, I don't know, like even before you have an idea, and I don't even know what that would be, I don't know what that's called, when your ideas are not even, they're not even formulated. So they're in a place where, well, I guess a lot of people would call it the vortex, or if you want to talk about law of attraction, but I mean, it could be even more abstract, like in the quantum of things. I don't know how to express it, but I did say to you, there's something cosmic about this, definitely. I don't know. And then I find it cosmic that, if you reach your deep core like that, and you find this treasure chest of love, which could be at its very, very core, deep unconditional love. And then, but anyway, that treasure chest holds all the different kinds of love, is what I want to say. All right, I think I think that's what I want to say about all of this. But definitely a beautiful, how can I say this? I keep wanting to come back to that sound. The katana. The sort of very, very clear, clean cut. All right. I have no idea if this is going to resonate for you or not, to be honest. Another one of my experiments. And now I have to go through all 12 signs. Not tonight, but eventually I'll get there. So I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to the end. I appreciate you.